Hi, my name is Dustin. I'm one of the BMW geniuses from BMW Vocala. Thank you very much for allowing us to help you find your next vehicle. As you can see in front of me, we have a 2018 750i in Alpine White. And you can see it's sitting on some beautiful 19-inch wheels. And these are run flat tires, so if you ever get a puncture, you'll still be able to go 50 miles distance, up to 50 miles an hour, before you permanently pull over, which is pretty darn nice. This does have adaptive LED headlights, so what that means is as you turn the steering wheel to the left or right, the lights can change a small degree left or right, and it can also go up or down depending on if you're going up or down a hill, and they will adapt to the situation. And it's full LED too, so you'll have LED backlights as well. Now, I will show you the interior in just a moment. Now, you do have a feature, I'm going to show you the trunk right now. You do have a feature called Comfort Access, and that basically means you can lock and unlock the car just by touching the door handles, as long as you have the key on you. But you can also open the trunk with just kicking underneath. So if I kick underneath and I have the key on me, it will light up the lights briefly and then raise the trunk. And as you can see, there's plenty of storage space for as many family members, as much storage as you need. And then actually, let's say your hands are still full, you got everything out of the car, you could do a kicking motion underneath, and then it will close the trunk as well. Very, very convenient. Now, this vehicle is extremely heavy equipped. They did do a redesign for it back in 2016, and they added quite a bit of technology, and I'll be going over all that. A lot of it's safety, and then a lot of it's just fuel efficiency and everything else. For example, the grill. Right now, this is called an active kidney grill. Right now, the slots are open because the engine needs the air. But believe it or not, automatically, if the engine has enough air, it will close the slots for aerodynamics. The bottom actually works the same way, you just can't see it as well. That's pretty amazing. This is the first car of ours that had this. Now, excuse me, I'll come over to the driver's side. Now, the interior is Zagora Beige Napa Leather, which is a really, really nice looking beige. Absolutely beautiful two-tone with the wood grain accents on it like that. And then this has got the leather dash. You see all the stitching on the dashboard and on the top of the doors. That's actually an extra package. And look how absolutely beautiful the material is. Look at all this stitching on the seats, and they are as comfortable as they look. In fact, they're more comfortable than they look even. Well, I think they look pretty comfortable. The steering wheel got redesigned. It's got a nice soft leather around it. Gorgeous. Now, this vehicle's got the cold weather package, so of course you got a heated steering wheel and heated front and rear heated seats. Now, you've got lots and lots and lots of safety features on here. So you've got driver assistance package, which includes first of all, it includes active blind spot detection. So on the mirror, you see a little triangle in the corner. When that triangle glows, that means somebody's in your blind spot. Not only that, this car will actually physically correct the steering wheel back into the center of the lane if it feels that you're about to hit another car by trying to change lanes. And it is an option to make it do that or not. You can tell it to not have the steering wheel do that. It also has daytime pedestrian protection, frontal collision warning with city collision mitigation. So this car is constantly monitoring what's going on. So I'm going to show you the front again real quick. Right in the middle at the very bottom, that little box, that's actually a radar detecting the distance and objects and everything in front of you, and it's also using all the cameras and sensors around the vehicle as well, behind and on the sides, to make sure that it doesn't hit anything, and it will actually intervene with the brakes if need be, around certain miles per hour. And you do have lane departure warning as well, and speed limit information. Kind of like how it's showing right there at the bottom of the speedometer, it's the dashes, but if you go past the speed limit sign, believe it or not, it will show the speed limit. Now, this vehicle's got Driver Assistance Plus package on it as well, which is Active Driving Assistant Plus. That basically means not only does it have adaptive cruise control, so you can choose what space you want in front of you with the car in front of you, and then the car will automatically maintain that distance. Even if the car in front of you slows down, then this car will automatically do the same thing. There's also Active Cruise Control, which is actually what that is. And then the Active Driving Assistant Plus actually is more of the, instead of the steering wheel giving you a subtle vibration, if you end up going to the edge of a lane, it will actually physically correct the steering wheel back into the middle of the lane. It's not self-driving at all, but it's definitely an assistant. It does want you to interact with the steering wheel at least every 15 to 20 seconds. But if you do that, then it will maintain keeping you in the lines. It's pretty amazing. It's also got traffic jam assistant too. So if you have all the systems on, like cruise control and everything else on, and you run into a traffic jam, it actually will stop the car and then move it forward, stop the car, move it forward. It's pretty amazing. As long as everything is lined up right and you have all the systems on, that's what it'll do. It's just pretty darn amazing. Now this has also got the executive package, which has got rear sunshades and then front massaging seats, which would actually be over here's one way of doing it, but actually you control it all with the iDrive system. There's a part where you control the massaging on the seats, and then you also have front ventilated seats. So not only, sorry about my hand there, not only is this got heated seats, but it's also got ventilated seats as well. And ceramic controls, which are more or less this ceramic aluminum color here. It's really, really nice. Really brings up the elegance and quality of the inside of the car. Now this vehicle also has the the M Sport package, which gives you M Sport here, an M Sport steering wheel. It also gives you a bit of a more aggressive back bumper and front bumper. And then you also see the two-tone there, which is really nice. And then the front part here, I mean, it looks, part of the reason why it looks so aggressive is because of the M Sport package at the bottom of the bumper there. And then we've also got ambience lighting, LED fog lights, and an anthracite headliner, which is really nice and soft. By the way, this has got the panoramic moonroof, and I'll be opening that in just a moment. But I also wanted to say this has got the Autobahn package, which is really amazing. Integral active steering. That actually means, believe it or not, that the back wheels will actually turn a small degree. Can you believe that? So below 36 miles an hour, these back wheels will turn the opposite direction as the front wheels to give you a better turning radius. But then when you go above 36 miles an hour, the wheels in the back will turn in the same direction as the wheels in the front. It's only by a small degree, but still. And then it will help you do a direct route to where you need to go. Now, let me show you a couple of things on the interior here. So, sorry about all that. So you see the heads-up display. The heads-up display is showing how fast I'm going, and then also showing dashes, but that's meant to be the speed limit. Now this has also got soft closed doors, which is pretty nice. Now you do have different driving modes on here. So sport mode, comfort mode, Eco Pro. Comfort is the most comfortable ride possible. Steering sensitivity, shifting points, and throttle response. The sport mode is what makes it to where the throttle's a lot more responsive and the steering tightens up. And then the Eco Pro is to do with the idea of conserving on gas. And then you actually have adaptive mode, which means that the car is going to remember the way that you drive, believe it or not, and adapt to your driving style, which is pretty darn amazing. So if you start thumping on it, it's going to automatically put it in sport. And if you're babying it because you're on a highway, it might automatically put it in Eco Pro. It's pretty darn neat. Now something else that's really cool is this has actually got hand gesture controls, so I can make the volume go down by going counterclockwise, or I can make the volume go up by going clockwise. Pretty amazing, isn't it? And then you can answer a phone call by just pointing at the screen, or you can dismiss a phone call by waving your hand. I know, it's absolutely amazing. And then they have this thing called 360-degree 3D surround view, and that looks like this. And then it's basically showing the surrounding the car, more or less, and it's going to show you sensors and everything, and if you're getting near an object, it'll say so. Of course, the navigation looks absolutely beautiful. And our iDrive system is very intuitive. You could definitely pair you could pair 2 phones at once. Now this is what it looks like with the front moonroof and then the back moonroof above the passengers. And you may or may not notice, but there's these little tiny dots on the glass itself, and that's on purpose. They're little LED etchings, and this is called the panoramic LED sky roof, sky lounge, or something like that. Basically, we have these ambient lighting where you can choose a particular color and it will surround the car, and it actually looks absolutely beautiful. And then, believe it or not, the lighting will also go across the moonroof as well. So it really, really sets the mood. So at this point, this concludes the video. Let me step outside the car. If you are local, I really, really recommend you coming and giving this vehicle a test drive. I mean, this is, okay, this has got a 750. The 50 is saying it's got an 8-cylinder engine in it, 445 horsepower. That is correct, 445 horsepower. This thing, it's got an 8-speed transmission, so it purrs like a kitten when you need it to be, but it then turns into a beast when you need it to be as well. It's an amazing vehicle. You really, really want to test drive it. And if you're not local, no worries, we do ship anywhere in the US. But I'm telling you, the car's really going to win you over if you are local and you're able to give it a test drive. But if you got any questions, please feel free to let us know and we'll be glad to answer them. Thank you very much.